Раз, два, три, четыре, пять. Всем привет еще раз. Привет, Дронидзе. В общем, вторая часть. Я приделал рестрим на YouTube. Он должен быть в ссылках. Соответственно, под стримом есть ссылки. И там есть ссылка на резервный канал на YouTube. Там рестрим идет. Так что вы можете... Если у вас будет проваливаться опять... Привет, Диамет. Если у вас опять будет проваливаться Good Game, пожалуйте, пожалуйста, на YouTube. Чат я там тоже читаю. Вот. Я планирую еще пару часов постримить. Потому что... Я планировал изначально часа 3. Получилось где-то 1,5. Я не знаю, что сегодня с Good Game. Не знаю, почему отваливался стрим. Подождем еще минутки 3-4 и начнем. А вечером, может быть, я все-таки уломаю Федора постримить Веснот. Если не уломаю, то тогда будем мучить дальше Дэдкол. Как-то план такой. Еще раз уж я приделал канал на Ютубе, туда буду выкладывать записи стримов. Всех, кроме, соответственно, Silent Hunter. Потому что пока с Silent Hunter происходит какой-то трэш в угаре. Надо что-то с модами делать. Это никуда не годится, когда целых 1,5 часа просто плаваешь по карте. Пустой. Так. Ну ладно. Хорошо. Давайте потихонечку начинать. Вот, соответственно, по-моему, вот эта савка. Итак, краткое содержание предыдущей серии. Собственно, наш персонаж, его какой-то местный великий маг, один из 6 великих магов этой страны, отправил отнести набор артефактов своему бывшему ученику к Темной горе, в место, называемое Черное Ярмо. По пути наш товарищ, во-первых, нарвался на орков, а во-вторых, его встретили местные разбойники и отлупили как следует. В-третьих, он встретил 2 других гномов, которые хотят его зачем-то отвезти к гномьему королю. И когда он все-таки добрался до этого черного ярма, до этой горы, выяснилось, что этот ученик мага свалил вот сюда вот, в Гринглейд, в деревню Гринглейд. И теперь нам надо идти туда. Но у нас еще висит, соответственно, побочный квест. Нам нужно разобраться с остатками орочьего воинства вот здесь, я так понимаю. Ну, давайте. То есть у нас опять стрим начинается с файта. Точно так же, как и предыдущий. Сложность, я напоминаю, высокая.
Quick, we have to help those people. Vile creature.
А, нужно спасти 15 жителей. Ох, вот это сейчас будет фейл.
What is it? Yes? All right.
Это гораздо более...
With pleasure.
Пока орки не убили 10 из них, да вы что, убираетесь? Вот тогда мне нужно этим бежать вот туда.
Find somewhere safe to hide. We'll come back for you once we've saved the other villagers.
Или это я что-то не то сделал?
On my way.
Нет, все правильно.
And what now? Yes, yes, too easy. Another one bites the dust. Yes. Understood. On my way. Understood. Attack!
Так, стоп.
Huh? Huzzah! What is it? Oh, what bad
Тут еще, кстати, friendly fire наносится. Я что-то этого не знал. Ой, блин. Вот это, конечно, было не очень. То есть специальные атаки, они наносят friendly fire. Отлично.
That's it! They're fleeing! I don't think so, they're just rallying! And that's what we should do too. Come on.
Thank you so much. You saved us.
Not yet. The orcs are rallying. You must join us.
But we can't.
You must. Here they come.
Да, с вилами против орков это, конечно, гениально. Так.
And what now? Yes, yes. Huh? On my way. As good as done.
Нет, вот так вот.
Huh?
Так вот я зацеплю friendly юнитов. Привет, крестьянки. Пишут в чате. Да, это типа такое. Пишите, пожалуйста, нормально ли работает стрим, и если не нормально, есть рестрим на ютубе.
Say goodbye forever. And what now?
Так, давайте, где там больше всего орков? Вот здесь. Главное не зацепить своих же. Оказывается, friendly fire вполне себе работает. Я думаю, нет friendly fire.
Come here, you. I didn't hit you very hard.
Еще надо. Вот так вот. Отлично.
Huh? What is it?
Вот так вот.
Oh, what bad luck for you!
Спасибо, Дранидзе.
They're hitting me pretty hard. Let's with pleasure. I need help over here, quickly.
Так, там моего главного персонажа убивает немножко.
Understood. What is it?
Давай-ка ты отвалишь. А ты прыгнешь сюда. Отлично. И сразу вот сюда. Ой, что-то я не того, походу.
Huh? On my way. At once.
Без сопоставки.
Understood. End it. And what now? Yes?
Камера просто потрясающая.
Oh, what bad luck for you!
Ой, там.
As good as done.
Подождите.
Yes? On my way.
Там
What is it?
лучники.
I'm with you.
Вот здесь они, да?
Yes, yes.
Тогда ты иди
What is
сюда,
it?
а ты иди вот сюда. Ну ладно.
With pleasure. Huh?
А я могу туда запрыгнуть? Да, вот сюда я могу запрыгнуть. Отлично.
I'm with you. Pow! Another one bites. Come here, you. Huzzah! Huh? Understood.
Откуда стрелы-то летят? А, господа? А, вот оттуда.
He hardly put up a fight. I didn't hit you very hard.
Так, что это было? Все? Это последний был?
While Boindale still hunts the last of the orcs through the alleyways of the village, you and Boendal already... A middle-aged man nervously steps from one foot to the other and tries to force a smile.
My father, the village elder, he is dead. I think I must follow in his footsteps, so I thank you in the name of Scalebrook. He left behind some gold as a dowry for my sister. She's...
The man bows his head, produces a leather pouch, and kneads it with trembling hands.
If only you'd come earlier.
But before you can reply, the man takes a deep breath and forces himself to look at you.
What am I saying? How ungrateful. Thanks to you, many of us are still alive. My daughter may be able to marry one day, thanks to your bravery.
The man hesitates briefly, then thrusts the leather pouch towards you.
We won't accept your gold. Bury your dead, rebuild your village, and be a good father to your daughter.
Boendal looks at you, and you think you can see an approving nod. The man opens his mouth to say something, but then he just shakes his head and finally starts again.
I thank you, dear sir, but there is no way I can let you go with empty hands. Here, take this. My father bought it from a trader, one of your kind.
Отлично, 5-й левел. Золото, провизия. К югу от города. Ну, собственно, всех орков и уничтожили.
By the evening campfire, Boindale rummages around in his rucksack and pulls out a cheese.
Нет ничего лучше под конец долгого дня, чем порция жареного сыра. Да гурманы прямо.
There's nothing better than grilled cheese at the end of a long day.
The smell it gives off makes you hold your breath.
Oh, it smells like my socks after weeks of marching in my boots.
Oh, picky, are you? Hardly surprising, considering you were brought up by humans. It's ruined your taste.
Boindale holds the stinky cheese at the end of the stick under your nose.
Eat, and stop complaining.
You pull the warm piece of cheese from the stick. It tastes dreadful. Your fingers will smell of it for the next few days, and probably your mouth will too.
Так, инвентарь, говорите. Не, ничего он что-то не дал. Какой-то баг, что ли? Странно.
While taking a rest, you see a cart trundling along the road not far away from you. A young couple are sitting on the box seat, clearly in love and more interested in each other than the rest of the world around them. The sight reminds you of a long unanswered question.
So, I was wondering.
Лисички в чатике
What
нету.
do female dwarves look like?
Pretty. Very pretty.
Uh-huh.
You were expecting a little more information.
Это тот разговор,
do they
который
have
начался в начале
beards?
первой части.
No, I would say it's more like fluff. Oh, very attractive.
And what do they do? I mean, are they warriors too?
In our kingdom, most take care of domestic life. They take the animals down to the meadows in the valleys, make sure the larders are full and that there's plenty of good beer, and make our clothes.
It only ever causes problems when men and women stand shoulder to shoulder in battle.
Some of them are talented stonemasons and smiths, and beware of insulting their skills. They are no less proud than we are.
Traces of the attack on Steepleton can still be seen, but the repair work is coming on well.
Странно. То есть нам ничего не дали, да? Я так понял. Окей. Ну что, я думаю, пойдем так и зайдем вот сюда. Провизии достаточно, а потом пойдем туда. Тут какой-то квест. Какая добротная игра, жаль, баги видно. Да, есть баги небольшие, то есть их многовато. Но она на самом деле очень такая интересная. То есть я изначально подумал, что это что-то типа доты. Ну вообще на самом деле. Потому что первая миссия это, конечно, дикий трэш. Но потом она забавная. Вот предыдущий файт, он, кстати, был очень несложный, а вот до этого то сражение, когда мы только встретили этих двоих гномов, там было интересно. Ну, сложно. Хотя, а я не знаю, да, у меня сложность стоит высокая. Идем так. И зайдем сюда, здесь явно какой-то квест.
You arrive at a small, bustling village. One thing is clearly missing from the lively scene. The sound of metal on metal from the village smithy that would normally be heard above everything else at this time of day. A dour, grim-looking man is sitting in front of the forge with his right arm in a sling. His expression brightens as he sees you, and he jumps to his feet.
Dear dwarves, could I interest you in helping me in my workshop for a day?
The man's expression is somewhere between desperation and hope. As you don't answer immediately, he continues.
You will of course be royally rewarded for your work. I can offer you 100 gold pieces.
What happened to your arm?
A stupid accident. A box of blanks fell down. I was trying to catch it. It will heal, fortunately, but I won't be able to wield my hammer for a while.
You must have quite a backlog of work.
You nod sympathetically. You always felt bad if you were ill or couldn't work in the forge for some reason or other.
Loads. But if what I hear about the metalworking skills of the dwarves is true, it will be easy for you to manage it in a day.
Давайте поможем.
I'll help you. I worked in a forge for a while.
You modestly conceal that in this case, a while means almost a whole human lifetime. A little later, you are standing in the workshop, examining the smith's inferior tools, while he fires up the forge and prepares everything for the job, as well as he can, with just one good arm. You weren't able to persuade the twins to help you. As warriors, they'd rather go hunting, Boindil declared. But you think it's more probable that you'll find them drinking beer. But you don't care. You're excited about being able to smith again after such a long time. Hours later, you have forgotten everything around you. The heat of the forge, the sweat on your warm skin, the play of the flames. You're in your element and work as if in a trance. The smith left the workshop ages ago, with a satisfied grin on his face.
Wait, I'm talking to you.
You look up in surprise. Everything but the beating of the hammer had ceased to exist. and you didn't notice that someone has come in.
Can you do it?
You immediately dislike the middle-aged man. He sounds you out so doggedly with his light grey eyes that it feels as though he wants to look right through you and into your deepest thoughts. The man points to 2 horses.
Those 2 in 1 hour.
With the forge hammer in your hand, you play dumb. You blink and look back and forth between the horses and the man.
What's the deal with the horses?
You expect the man to fly off the handle, but you feel even more uneasy when he asks you quietly and very slowly to please re-shoe the 2 horses.
These 2 need shoeing? No problem.
The man doesn't look convinced, but you get to work with confidence. 2 more armed men are standing next to the horses, sizing you up. You concentrate on the work. The only sound you hear is the melodic beat of the hammer against the anvil. You keep track of the armed men out of the corner of your eyes. You suspect they are mercenaries. While you're fitting the 3rd horseshoe, another armed man enters the forge and speaks in hushed tones with the leader of the group.
He's the only one here.
The man nods in your direction, and you quickly shift your attention back to the work. You play it cool and complete the work. As the leader of the mercenaries pays you, you have the feeling that he is trying to transfix you with his eyes. The men leave the workshop without a word.
So, you're mercenaries, I take it?
You're only trying to engage in conversation, but the man looks at you incredulously, as if he didn't expect dwarves to be able to talk.
Something like that.
Got lots of work? Oh, do you know anything about the armies of orcs from the south?
We can't complain.
The man's tone makes it clear that the conversation has ended here. You carry out the work in silence. As the leader of the mercenaries pays you, you have the feeling that he is trying to transfix you with his eyes. The men leave the workshop without a word. The men join a larger group of horsemen, more than a dozen, outside the village. You stay hidden and listen.
Not here in the village. Go. Search the road between here and Clintal again.
The other mercenaries nod and the group rides off. You can't make head nor tail of what's going on here, but you don't like it. You tell the twins about your encounter, and they decide to be especially vigilant over the next days. You spend the night in the smith's house and move on the next morning.
Вот сюда пойдем.
In the early evening, you make an unusual discovery on the side of the road. A colourful trader's wagon has been carelessly abandoned, with not a soul in sight.
I don't like the look of this one bit, Boindil. You take a look around there, I'll stay on this side. Tungdil, you check the surrounding area, and be careful.
You can see a lot of tracks in the mud around the wagon. Hoof prints and footprints from humans in heavy boots. At least half a dozen long ones must have approached the wagon from the woods on both sides. The dwindling daylight provides little light inside the wagon. It smells of leather, spices, and candles. And there's another smell in the air, which you can't quite place. It reminds you of your forge in Lot Yonan's vaults, but different. It is messy, but no more so than you would expect from a single dwarf. The bed is rumpled, and there are tools and leftover materials piled up on the little workbench. There are several cupboards hanging on the right-hand wall. At the end of the wagon, there's a large wardrobe, and next to the door on the left is a heavy wooden chest with rusty metal hinges.
Так. Давайте посмотрим.
The smaller cupboards are piled high with a multitude of tins and boxes, all filled with odds and ends that the trader offered for sale to customers on his trips. Nothing of real interest.
Хорошо, давайте в сундуке посмотрим.
As you try to lift the lid of the chest, you realize that the lock has been broken out of the wood. You open the lid and look inside. Amongst clothes and some empty boxes, you find a loot case and a beautiful loot of the kind that humans build, as well as a bag of bread and cured meat. You reach for the knob of the wardrobe and then stop. The rug in front of the wardrobe squelches as you step on it,
Понятно.
as if you had stepped in a puddle. You try to work out what has soaked the rug, when suddenly the door of the wardrobe springs open and something bounces into you. You take a step back, and the
Бедный торговец.
realization of what hit you makes you take two more. Lying on the floor in front of you is the body of a dwarf, headless. His head has been cut clean from his neck. The dwarf is wearing clothes that look more like human robes and bears no coat of arms that would identify his kingdom. You didn't know him, but no one deserves to die like this. His head has been cut off cleanly, probably with a sharp blade. A quick glance in the wardrobe confirms what you already suspect. The dwarf's head is nowhere to be seen. You open the wooden chest again and have another look inside. You take the loot. You can't play, but an instrument like this is worth good gold. You take the bread and the cured meat. The extra provisions should keep you going for a few days.
Так,
You scan the road and the woods on both sides.
ничего
Apart
вокруг
from the
нету.
twins who are fighting their way through the undergrowth within earshot, you can't hear or see anyone.
Какой ты добрый бричтрол.
You give a short, sharp whistle, and the twins come running at the double. You tell them what you found.
A group of horsemen with heavy boots has been here. And I found Mort in the wagon. Beheaded. I have a hunch that the mercenaries from Fallow Rock have something to do with this.
Wretched dwarf killers!
You can tell that Boindil wants revenge and can understand his feelings well. You wrap the body in linen, dig a hole in the woods, and place the body in it. You lay a couple of his tools and other personal belongings you found in the wagon next to him. You wish there was more you could do for him. You continue on your journey in gloomy spirits.
Я вообще-то сюда пошел, чтобы еды купить у торговца, но купил.
You come across an orchard next to a farmstead and surrounded by several fields of wheat. You don't see anyone working in the fields, but there's a young man lying under an apple tree. He has his legs crossed and a straw hat is covering his face.
Excuse me, but we're looking for a group of mercenaries. Have they passed by here?
The young man is startled. He must have nodded off. He looks around anxiously. When he sees you, the fear disappears from his face and is replaced by curiosity. It seems to you that the man is sizing you up.
And if I answer, what's in it for me?
If you can't help us, we'd be happy to ask the owner of the farmstead. We'll just tell him that the man sleeping in the shade of the orchard sent us. What do you think?
The man seems to size you up, and then a crooked smile spreads across his face.
All right, you caught me. The people rode northwest. But please don't tell Father Mullen.
There's no reason for that if you told the truth. So, northwest, you say?
You continue on your journey, while the lazy labourer sinks back into the grass.
Окей. Что плохо, что мы тоже идем на северо-запад.
The first thing you notice as you enter the village of Clintal is how quiet it is. There is hardly a soul in the streets, and the few people you do see immediately disappear into their houses as you get closer. Boindil draws his axes, and Boendal his raven's beak.
Something's not quite right here. Be alert.
Упс.
You walk on until you reach the village square.
У меня карта
Without
опять
a
улетела.
word, men enter the
Есть
square
какие-то
from the
баги?
left and the right, cutting off your way. You recognize the leader of the group of mercenaries, looking you over with a satisfied expression. Standing next to him is a frail man with greying hair, who doesn't seem able to cope with the situation. He tries several times to say something, but can't find the right words.
Are you going to kill us just like you killed the traveling trader?
The leader of the mercenaries shakes his head sadly and seems shaken.
You fiends want to lay the blame on us? You damn murderers!
Murderers? Come here, dwarf killer!
Are you denying your terrible deed? You were seen murdering poor old Mort, one of your kind in cold blood.
The old man points unnecessarily to the leader of the mercenaries.
Подстава.
We are not murderers. A dwarf would never do anything like this to a fellow dwarf.
Is that so? Are there those amongst you who you call dwarf killers? A whole kingdom of them, and you claim that dwarves would never kill dwarves?
It's true. Mort spoke of this kingdom. Dwarves who kill dwarves. You lie! Seize them!
Отлично, просто победа. Зашли в деревню.
Watch out for the archers. Concentrate on the mercenaries and try not to kill the villagers.
Так. Мочим Лоэлов, пишет в чате. Так, а это кто? Это не наемники. Вот зачем? Вот это наемники. Вот это вот нифига себе, как мне местный житель надавал. Вот это вот концентрируйтесь на наемниках, а вам пока вилами надают, да? Это, конечно, хорошая идея. Мне вилами. Так, этот сюда. А, этот может прыгнуть, да? Ну тогда прыгнем сюда. И там. Так, понятно, он убился. Надо было сразу бежать. Ты местный житель, это, по-моему, ты залепил своему. Я так и понял. Ладно, усложним задачу. Ха-ха. Третий раз. Ну да.
They're hitting me pretty hard. Find it. What you do with your axes over here? End it. Huh? It can't end like this.
Так, понятно.
Say goodbye forever.
По что он так своих не любит? Так. Хорошо. А, у меня же... Так. Давайте сразу бежать на лучников. Так. Во-первых, у меня есть вот этот чувак, который может сюда заходить. Во. Во-вторых, у меня вот этот чувак, который вот здесь станет. Будет всех мочить. А в-третьих, я забегу сюда. Вот это. Лучники самые опасные. Еще свои скиллы самые опасные. Он типа пассивно действует, то есть он лежит в инвентаре, что за талисман защиты, и он типа работает.
Yes?
Huh? Yes? Oh, what bad luck for you!
Чем мне, наверное, танковать основным персонажем? Пойду-ка я не танковать.
Understood. What is it?
What is it?
They're hitting me pretty hard! How many more of them are there? And what now?
Окей. Что-то мне наваливают тут прям жестко.
Yes? Others will take my place.
Короче, у меня все отдали.
What is it?
Походу сложность слишком высокая для них. Подождите. А как использовать вот это зелье? А, я могу назначить. Окей. Но это я не могу. А, либо я могу... Все, разобрался, вот. Граница прав. Давайте вот так тогда. Так, надо все равно бежать, потому что эти лучники стреляют за 2 километра. Это Боиндил, да? Вот он пусть прыгает сюда.
Yes?
Так. Ага, я понял, как он действует. И надо вот сюда все-таки бежать, да.
On my way. As good as done.
Отлично, откинули всех.
What is it? And what now?
Huh?
Нифига себе, как меня пинает.
On my way. At once.
Ой, какая жесть.
On my way.
Ой, какая жесть. А как это вообще?
Yes, I just need.
А он гуфнулся уже? Он гуфнулся, я не успел килку нажать. Я хорош.
Yes?
What is it? With pleasure.
I need help over here, quickly. Fabracus.
Да.
Boindil, what could do with your axes over here? It can't end like this. What?
Понятно. Это надолго. Хорошо, давайте тогда все-таки сначала... Нет. Больше всего терпят эти товарищи. Лойл, как обычно, имба. А я, кстати, тоже хочу поиграть в Баннер Сага. Так. Давайте тогда здесь останемся. Не будем продвигаться дальше. В общем, вот это вот жители деревни не трогай. Это вот... Знаете, что я хочу вам сказать? Это нафиг. Вот это вот не трогай жителей деревни.
What is it? And what now?
Если хочешь поиграть в Battle Brothers, заодно на обогревателе сэкономишь. Ой.
Yes? Fabricus!
Ну.
Huh? As good as done. With pleasure. And what now?
Это вот я, кстати, зря сделал. Это очень глупо было
Yes?
сейчас.
Say goodbye forever.
They're hitting me pretty hard! At what?
Who's next?
Fabricus!
Huh?
Ох, как меня напихивают.
Huh?
Не-не-не, ты давай сюда.
Boindale, attack! What could do with your axes over here?
Отлично, я своему же надамажил.
What is it?
Просто победа.
What is it? On my way! Boindale! What could do with your axes over here? With pleasure. Huh? Alright.
He hardly put up a fight.
As good as done. On my way, creature. As good as done. Say goodbye forever. With pleasure. Alright.
Yes? Fabricus! Attack!
Не послышалось, или голос крестьянина был похож на голос крестьянина из Веснов?
As good as done. Alright.
Так, сейчас чуть-чуть восстановим ППшечку
As good as done.
и пойдем на лукарей.
On my way. As good as done.
Ага, лукари вот уже отсюда фига сюда не
As
садят.
good as done.
Так, давайте, выходите.
On my way.
Что мы натекаем.
Bad luck for you.
Блин, огонь по своим. То есть их нельзя, чтобы они вместе дрались.
Yes?
Ага, вот наемник бежит. Давайте здесь на мосту видим. Так, это фигово.
What is it? As good
Так,
as done.
давайте.
And what now? He hardly put up a fight.
Отлично. Оп!
And what now?
Все, пойдемте выше. Вперед!
I'm with you.
As good as done.
Of course.
Так.
Understood.
Бежим.
As good as done. Yes?
Так, а
Say
ты давай сюда.
goodbye forever.
Так, а вот этот сейчас тут получит. Ему надо отпрыгивать отсюда. Можно быстрее.
Give me a
А, нет,
hand.
вот это вот. Во-первых, подлечиться, во-вторых, вот это. Окей. И... Отлично.
Yes, yes.
Yes?
Хорошо.
Fabricus!
На. Сбитие с ног отлично работает.
What is
Так,
it?
теперь
Huh?
здесь. Вот этого. О, вот это вот сейчас отлично зашло. Да, их надо сбивать с ног, глушить. И...
Yes?
Ой, что-то там мне напихивают. Причем так нехило.
On my way.
Валим отсюда.
What is it?
Так,
What is it? All right.
еще надо было больше зелья лечения
How many
покупать.
more of them are there? Yes?
Huh? I'm with you. Yes, yes.
They're hitting me pretty hard! Huh?
Ow! Hey! And what now?
Так, окей.
Huh? On
Get it
my
sюда.
way. Who's next?
Ow! Hey!
As good as done.
Да, Бридж-тролл, ты все верно
On my
писал.
way. What is it?
Так, все, восстанавливаемся. Все это какая-то жесть. Эти наемники гораздо жестче, чем он. Блин, камера. Нет.
Yes, on my way.
Камера просто гениальная.
Yes. Huh? Huh? Oh, what bad luck for you! And what now?
Они друг друга дамажат на язычах, даже когда просто без спецспособностей сражаются. А, все. Да, это было забавно, честно говоря. Не ожидал, что настолько сложно.
As the last of the mercenaries falls to the ground, the villagers stop attacking you and retreat. You and Boandal have to physically restrain Boindil until he comes to his senses. Otherwise, he would have followed them into their houses. You walk up to the body of the mercenaries' leader and search his pockets. You soon find something. A letter.
An anonymous client seeks dwarf skulls cleanly cut, shorn, and put into jars with honey. 1,000 gold coins will be paid for each skull.
Какой кошмар.
Khan, Bounty Hunters Guild Master.
That's bounty hunters hunting for dwarves. Despicable.
You hold the letter aloft so that everyone can see it.
Look, citizens of Clintel, proof that these men are the killers. They are bounty hunters hunting for dwarves.
The village elder comes out of one of the houses, flanked by other villagers. You ignore their weapons, as well as their sinister expressions, and hand over the letter.
It would seem you are telling the truth. We have been deceived and raised our weapons against the innocent.
The man's face is full of grief and pain.
And we have been made to pay. You have killed men who were close to us. Go now. We must bury them.
You manage to revenge Mort's death, but it doesn't feel like a victory. Too much blood has been spilt.
Так, окей. Хуже всего, что я потратил все хилки. Я сюда
The
все-таки
hamlet
зайду.
of Sungird certainly lives up to its name. You arrive as the sun sets behind the tower of a Palandial temple, lighting up its stained glass. There's a shop in the village, and through the window, as well as some everyday objects and food, you also spy a shelf full of books.
Давайте.
A small bell rings as you enter the shop. The twins look around, but seem rather disinterested, until they discover a couple of gemstones on display. On the wall to your left is the bookshelf you saw through the window. It's quite unusual for a village shop to sell books.
Давайте сначала. Вот, отлично. Больше я не могу, только одно, да? И слабый это тоже возьмем. Еды немного. На соточку. Вот, отлично. Липню можно продать. Но я ее пока подержу у себя, вдруг там какой-нибудь квест выпадет.
You stroll towards the bookshelf and read some of the titles written on the spines of the books. You know many of the works from Lot Yonan's library.
Oh, by Vracus, look, dear brother! The scholar really is looking at books!
It's an interesting selection, Boindle. I could make some recommendations for you.
Boindle throws his arm around your shoulder and pulls you slowly away from the bookshelf.
What if someone sees you? Here, this is more our kind of thing.
You follow him reluctantly and are shown the selection of gemstones.
Так, ладно, идем дальше.
Boindle is walking next to you in silence. Now and then he looks at you from the side.
And you really do like books?
Yeah, I'm curious. And you could find many answers in books.
Won't you have found all the answers at some point?
Quite the contrary. The more books you read, the more questions you ask.
Ah, I knew it. All just a waste of time.
Так,
You approach the village and can tell even from far off that something isn't right. The smell of burnt wood and death is in the air.
отлично, еще один файт. Хорошо, что я зельями закупился.
By Vracus.
The piggies have really shown those pointy ears. We couldn't have done it any better.
Stay alert. I want to find out what happened to Goren.
Походу мы так с этими артефактами
The
не будем
smell of
ходить.
the smoke has accompanied you for a while now. But here, so close to the bodies, it is masked by the sweet smell of death. You have a bitter taste in your mouth and have to pull yourself together to avoid vomiting in disgust.
Так. Смешно.
The hand that painted this
Сейчас
picture
будут дарки.
was that of a master. It is composed
Да, может быть.
exclusively in shades of red, but every single little detail is painstakingly and precisely reflected. Trees, the remains of buildings, bodies. You hesitate.
Картина, которая изображает разрушенное селение, ничего себе.
Examining the canvas more closely, you realize that it is actually made of skin, and the red paint seems more than suspicious now.
Кошмар какой-то. Ой, камера.
The body of the man is riddled with arrows and is lying in a small patch of undamaged ground, while a sea of flames must have raged in a circle around him. The robes remind you of those of Lot Yonan's famuli. This, plus the fact that the man used magic, makes you quite sure that this is Goren.
Goren had these books on him when he was attacked. Was he trying to bring them to safety?
Your eyes fall upon a sealed letter next to
Сейчас
the
посмотрю,
books.
Драница.
The circumstances seem grave enough for you to break the seal.
Greetings, Tugger. I am glad to hear that you finally wish to confide in Lot Yonan. I have found out something new about the demon. It's all written in these books. I think they are the key to his destruction, or I hope so, at least.
Что-то это мне все больше и
Yours
больше
faithfully,
напоминает
Goren.
другую игру.
What demon are they talking about?
You instinctively think about how the magical barrier is only a few days' march north of here, and beyond it, Vracus only knows what kind of creatures live in the Perish Land. You have read about the elves and their buildings. This here had always just been a small example of their architectural skill, which achieved perfection in Alandur. Now burning and ruined, the pavilion makes an even sadder impression. Green Glade was one of the few places in Girdlegard where humans and elves lived together. You don't see any elven features among all the faces contorted with pain and fear. You look away.
То есть ни одного эльфийского. Интересно.
Hoofprints burned into the ground.
Hellfire?
The fire in Boindill's eyes flares up with delight.
Huzzah! That would make a change from those stupid Peggies. Did you hear that, brother? We might get to test our blades on Tion's pointy ears.
А, можно бросить картину в
This
огонь.
is the most disgusting thing I have ever seen.
А, и за это дали опыт. Граница, ты прав. Спасибо. Так, вроде здесь больше нечего делать. Окей. Камера, конечно, в игре кошмар. А, нет, вот.
The elf maiden's graceful snow-white face still radiates beauty, in terrible contrast to the rest of her appearance. From the neck down, she is nothing more than a blood-red, damp and glistening skeleton. There are long nails sticking through her thin bones, and where her beautiful eyes once were, are now gaping black holes. In your imagination, you see the Alfar's shadow mare standing around the Lady of Greenglade, devouring her, while she, nailed to the tree, squirms and screams in pain. You quickly put your hand over your mouth.
You destroyed my painting. Now I need fresh blood to paint a new one.
Окей, может быть, это была не очень хорошая идея.
Huzzah! This will be fun. We finally get to fight.
I hope your blood doesn't clot too much. It has to be nice and fluid for my fine brushstrokes.
Ha! How do you plan to defeat us, pointy ears? There are 3 of us.
Oh, only 3. That makes it easier.
She looks over the corpses.
Oh, thou in Luath Buanre!
What's happening?
That's the perished land.
Impossible. Greenglade is south of the barrier.
I know of nothing else that can resurrect the dead. Knock their heads off or they'll keep coming
пишут
back.
мозги. Так, надо подумать. Ты тогда бери вот это вот, а ты бери талисман защиты простой. Я ж не могу вот это дать, не могу. Окей. Вот так. В бой, да, в бой.
Understood.
Вообще, да, надо бы сначала ее отфигачить.
Yeah! What is it? What is it?
Чувствую, мы здесь надолго.
Huh?
Камера просто прекрасная.
Put up a fight.
On my way.
Не очень плохо. О, какая удобная камера. Давай-ка вот так. Блин, а как сделать так, чтобы на своего не попасть? Ну-ка, еще раз. Ну понятно, да, так.
Ага.
Я пробовал средней кнопкой вращать. А, во! Другая кнопка. Офигеть. На MX средняя кнопка — это центральная кнопка на мыши. Но у меня сейчас вращение происходит на левую нижнюю. Там в чате есть люди, которые болеют за зомби. Окей. С меня тут отфигарят. Чувака. Тут уже весь хода разомбили. Нет, надо вот сюда прыгнуть. А почему он не прыгнул? Вот сюда отбегай.
Another one bites the dust. Yes. What is it? I didn't hit you very hard.
Yes.
What is it? Don't touch me.
They're hitting me pretty hard. Huh?
Они там меня упинывают вообще. Это, то есть тут камера не на среднюю кнопку мыши, а на четвертую, прошу прощения, кнопку мыши. Это вообще, конечно, круто.
What is it?
Kill. Yes.
Huh? What is it? Huh?
У меня на мыши это Anywhere MX. Есть еще две кнопки сбоку. Вот на одной из них это вращение камеры. Я не знаю почему. Блин, меня тут упинывают. Надо, наверное, вот так сделать, и попытаться отсюда выбраться.
Yes? And what now? Ow! Another one bites the dust.
Huh?
What is it? He put up a fight.
Так, вот так надо. Отлично.
Yes.
Вот так вот. Понятно, почему игра не вышла на Mac. Там одна кнопка. Бирштол пишет: все потому, что мушкетов нет.
Yes?
Давайте их откинем. Хорошо. Вот этим сюда нужно отбежать. Вот этим надо убрать чувака и вперед идти. Вот так. Хорош.
Understood.
Huh? And what now?
Отлично, так застывает в воздухе на паузе. Хорош. Отлично. Только лошадь, она вообще такая жесткая. Давайте ее отбросим нафиг. Лошадь дамажит больше всех. Так, давайте вот это вот используем. Отлично.
End it. Vile creature. I could do with your axes over here.
Лошадь не откидывается.
be ready soon. As good as done. Huh?
Окей.
Yes?
Huh? What is it?
Этот почти готов.
All right.
Killed. Huh? Attack!
And what now?
Yes?
Вот сейчас нас тут всех и положит.
Yes.
Мало хилок.
Oh, what bad luck for you.
Uh-huh.
Хорош.
Huh? Huh?
Так.
Yes?
Yes? Ow! Another one bites the dust.
Нет.
Say goodbye forever.
Вот так вот, чтобы фаер не внести.
Give me a hand.
Окей.
End it.
What is it?
Может, тебе надо... Так я лежачих добиваю. Они, видишь, это лежачие не... Они уже все готовы.
Huh?
Нет больше. Смотри. Я же кликаю после того, как они падают. Вот это единственное осталось.
At once.
Favrakis! What is it? On my way!
Вот этим надо отсюда сваливать.
I'm with you.
Yes?
Скорее не лучница дамажит, а лошадь дамажит. О, лошадь упала.
Favrakis!
He hardly put up a
On my
fight.
way.
Huh? Come here, you.
Huh?
Так, лошадь пытается встать. Скотина.
Damn it! How many more of them are there?
Favrakis!
And what now?
What is it? With pleasure.
Uh-huh.
Huh? Yes? Ha ha!
Так, стоп.
And what now?
What is it?
Не-не-не, нет,
What is
это
it?
плохая идея. Нет, ничего не делать. Просто принять его.
Huzzah! And what now?
А здесь просто всех раскинуть. Отлично, лошадь улетела.
Huh?
Huh?
Так, все? Все, вперед.
Attack!
Вот этого.
Favrakis!
Yes?
И еще раз всех раскинуть.
What is it?
Нет, плохая идея.
Of course.
Во, вот это хорошая идея.
Huh?
А этим
All
отвалить.
right.
Uh-huh.
Vile creature.
Understood. Attack!
Так, добивать лошадь.
Favrakis!
Yes?
Здесь
On my
добивать
way.
вот так вот.
And what now?
Блин, она
Here, you.
отскочила, и я потратил обилку впустую.
What is it?
Ага. Вот так сделаем.
Another one bites the dust.
Хорошо.
Yes?
Вот так вот.
End it! Attack!
It didn't hit you very hard.
Так, этим отсюда пора сваливать. Причем желательно подальше.
I'm with you. Yes, yes. Yes.
Хорош.
And what now? What is it? Oh, what bad luck for you!
Not bad.
Yes?
Лошадь, похоже, дала дуба.
Killed.
Отлично.
Attack! Understood.
Ой,
At once.
это вот неприятно. Нет. Все равно камера так себе.
Of course!
Вот зараза. Нет! Своему-то за что?
Understood.
And what now?
At once.
What is it? Huh?
Yes?
Yeah! Huh? Of course!
Uh-huh.
Так,
Who's next? All right.
все.
Dwarves, you protected the glade.
У нас же едва... Вообще
The
едва.
perished land. The barrier has fallen.
You can feel your stomach cramping. Unlike Boindale, you can't say a word.
The damn mage, I only had one job!
So this is what it is like to rise from the dead. I feel nothing. I am left with nothing. My love, my beauty, my home, and my forest. Everything has been taken from me. I beg you, have mercy and put an end to my suffering.
Without even being able to look into her eyes, you recognize the sadness in the elf maiden's expression. The dignity that she must once have radiated can only be imagined in her current state.
Garen was here, and I've heard that you elves have special abilities in battle. Did the Alfar take you by surprise in your sleep?
I felt her presence, but when I confronted the elf, she had already killed the first of us and resurrected the perished land. It fills humans and dwarves with a hatred for life. It turns you into beasts. They charge through the village like a fury, and everyone that they killed became one of theirs.
If the perished land spreads further south, then Nod-On won't need any orcs, ogres, or Alfar. One human losing their life in the perished land would be enough for the madness to sweep through the land like the plague.
Штрол пишет, кто из них была ночная кобыла, лучница или лошадь. Да, мне тоже интересно.
Your stomach turns, but you know that it's right. You've never seen the twins looking so serious. They would pit themselves against any army of orcs, but this is something beyond their power, and yours.
We need the Magi. They must rebuild the barrier. We must go to Lot-Yonan before the perished land spreads further. He will know what is to be done.
Neither of your companions objects.
can't believe it. The barrier has fallen. How could that happen?
Who could tell? Anything could go wrong with all that hocus pocus.
It has held back the perished land since the fall of the Fifthlings. Reinforcing the barrier whenever it loses power is the primary duty of the Great Magi. I can't imagine how Nodon or anyone else could have broken through it.
You think of the demons mentioned in Garen's letter. You wonder whether it could be possible that a demon from the outer lands might possess powers so great that even the 6 Magi weren't ready for it.
Окей, 5-й уровень, 4-й уровень, 5-й уровень. Отлично. О, так, натиск или атака в прыжке. Вот у нас уже есть чувак с атакой в прыжке, я возьму натиск. Статуэтка слоновой кости, интересно. Так. И теперь у нас... У нас по-прежнему один квест висит. Соответственно. Лот и Анан. То есть нам нужно идти вот сюда опять. Отлично. Хирник с атакой в прыжке, чтобы пинговать врага. Имба же, пишет Бричстрол. Да-да-да. Именно так. Так, нам надо обратно. Окей, хорошо. У нас, правда, еды очень
Every
мало.
evening since you left Greenglade, you have looked at Goren's books and tried to prize out the knowledge that they hold. But now, you must admit to yourself that you can't decipher them. They are written in the learned language for high magi, and Lot Yonan didn't teach you that. However, you're sure that the books are important. Why else would Goren want them sent to Turga the Fair-Faced? You put them away with a sigh, and your eyes remain on the bag that Lot Yonan gave you. Did Goren ask Lot Yonan to return the magical artifacts in the pouch? You pick up the pouch and look at it.
Lot Yonan forbade me from opening the pouch.
Lot Yonan trusted you with the pouch. You don't want to betray that trust. You look at it for a moment longer, but then you close the rucksack and pack it away. But your curiosity is not so easily contained and keeps you awake in the night. Just like previous nights, you are haunted by the image of the elf maiden nailed to the tree in Greenglade. You wake from your sleep and look around you. The night is unusually dark. Despite your good dwarven eyes, you can only make out Boendal's outline, even though he's keeping watch only a few steps away. You're about to lie down again, but suddenly feel something cold against your throat. Next to you, the pale face of an elf slides into view.
Good evening. I'm afraid we missed each other in Greenglade, so my companion had to receive you on her
или это не
own.
сон?
You want to speak, but the blade is pressed against your larynx, and you can only manage a wheeze.
Shush. You don't need to talk. I'm not going to kill you. Not yet. Do you know what I'm going to do instead?
You feverishly search for an answer, but you can't even imagine how an Alfar thinks.
I will kill everyone who means anything to you. I will destroy your life, and you will sink into hopelessness, groundling. Your downfall is called Synthoras.
You tense your muscles, readying to defend yourself, but suddenly realize that the blade against your throat has disappeared. You look around, astonished. The elf is nowhere to be seen. You look over to Boendal, who is easy to recognize in the bright moonlight. Next to you, Boindil smacks his lips in his sleep. You touch your throat, and when you don't feel anything, you breathe out, relieved.
Just a nightmare.
At least that's what you tell yourself. But you don't close your eyes for the rest of the night.
Так. Нам нужно сюда. Я, наверное, вот так пойду. Вот так, да. Да, это одинаково будет.
Boindil unwraps his dwarf cheese again and cooks it on the fire.
Опять Боиндил
When he offers
со
you a
своим
piece,
сыром.
you take it.
I knew we'd make a dwarf of you in the end.
You chew on the cheese so you don't have to answer. It tastes better than you first thought.
Так, вот в таверне надо
Once
купить
again, you
еды.
reach the crossroads and the Stone Sheep Tavern. You walk to the nearest empty table with the twins in tow and sit down. The landlord comes out from behind the bar.
What can I get you?
You hear surly muttering from one of the tables.
What are groundlings doing showing their faces here, now of all times?
Нужно было перед сном сурок пожарить, духов отогнать, пишет Бличтрол. Да-да-да. Должно сработать.
You turn to the guest who'd muttered something about groundlings.
And why is it so strange that we're here?
The man glances up briefly and then stares drunkenly at his tankard and mutters with a slur,
Don't play the innocent. The
Кажется,
orcs are
сейчас побьют.
terrorizing our lands. And whose fault is it? You let them in.
I was not at the Stone Gateway, and I don't know what happened. But you can be sure of one thing. Dwarves would never cooperate with orcs. We kill them no sooner than we say them, or my name isn't Boindle Doubleblade.
The drunkard and his neighbour are given a start. They mumble an apology and turn their attention to the beer in front of them.
Так. Значит, давайте еды купим. Давайте
You
угостим
stand
всех.
up and turn to the room.
This round's on me.
The faces of the guests and the landlord brighten up immediately. The landlord gets to work pulling everyone a beer and handing out the tankards. Some of the guests say cheers to you as they get their drinks.
Но это ничего не дало.
We're tired and long for a proper bed.
Of course, gentlemen.
You spend a restful night in the tavern and then head off on your way again.
Нам сюда. Хорошо.
Once you reach the top of the hill above Goodwater, you can see what is left of the village. The sea of red roof tiles has given way to a forest of
То
burnt
есть стены их
black
все-таки не
ruins.
спасли.
You see a light through the trees some way from the path. It inevitably brings to mind your encounter with the woodcutters.
Так, будем... Да, вообще...
Thinking about it, they do deserve it.
Boindil grins widely, and before Boendal can stop him, he stomps off. You lie awake in your camp and think about the woodcutter's roast that you had for dinner. The rabbit was the best thing you've eaten in a long time.
В итоге наваляли
It tasted of
дровосекам,
victory.
которые при походе туда наваляли мне. Ну, ладно.
Why are the Magus' vaults here in the middle of nowhere? And why does the Lord of Yonandar live in a vault and not in a castle?
It's to do with the magical fields that spread out under Girdlegard. So the 5 magical realms are found where the fields are at their strongest.
And that's why he lives in the vaults? To be closer to the underground magic?
No, it's more to do with security. 200 students of magic and well, a source of almost unlimited magical energy. The Magus thought that an underground vault was a more suitable place to train than Master Nudin's tower in the middle of Parista.
Так. Отлично.
I don't like it here. All this hocus pocus is bad news. Us dwarves know that and keep well away, just as Vracus commanded. I hope you know that too.
I cannot perform magic, and I've never attempted to. Nevertheless, please show respect. Remember that it was Lot Yonan who took me in and saved me.
Now then, it would seem that the tongue of the learned one becomes somewhat haughtier, and his sentences doth wind most strangely as we verily approach the vaults.
You can't help but grin guiltily. With a beseeching glance at the twins, you step into the area in front of the vaults. Seeing no one there you might greet, you and your companions enter your old home through the open gate.
Он все время называет магию фокус-покус. Это, конечно, забавно.
Who the hell built this tunnel?
Boendal examines the crumbling roof with a mixture of disbelief and indignation.
Be quiet. I want to surprise them.
Is that such a good idea? What if we give your master such a shock that he casts a spell on us? I don't want to be turned into a mouse or a bar of soap.
It is unusually quiet in the vaults, but the smell of dinner is in the air. You imagine Frala looking up at you from her cooking pot in the kitchen.
Чувствую, сейчас будет что-то не то.
Ah, there's boiled and roasted meat for dinner. Come on.
That's no reason to go and get ourselves turned into something weird. We'll stay here until you're finished with your little game.
Как-то это все подозрительно тихо. И никого нет.
Lumps of meat rise up and appear on the brown, bubbling surface of the soup before sinking back down out of sight. The hearty smell makes your mouth water.
A human foot?
Your stomach turns, and you have to fight hard against the impulse to run out of the kitchen screaming.
Понятно.
The cradle's empty. Your stomach tightens. You refuse to believe it, but you can't help thinking of the soup again.
No, it can't be true.
Speaking it out loud helps, but it doesn't get rid of the bad feeling completely. You look around the workshop with growing panic. No one to be seen.
A couple of weeks ago, this anvil was my whole world. Now my world's a whole lot bigger.
Как-то это все очень плохо.
What happened here? Speak!
Ah, another one.
Don't even think of using magic, or I'll lodge this pretty piece of steel in your brain.
It takes the Famulus a few seconds to comprehend the situation he's suddenly found himself in. He seems to weigh up his options for a moment before he breathes out and the tension leaves his body.
All right, I won't use magic.
Why are you snooping around in Lot Yonan's study? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for artifacts that Lot Yonan, when he was in Parista, claimed he had forgotten and left in a cupboard. and for the books that were stolen from Greenglade.
Наглец.
I'm guessing you're the dwarves that stole the books.
What does your master want with the artifacts and the books?
I don't know. He commands, we obey. He's going to be very displeased. I did find a bag in the cupboard, but it didn't contain the right objects.
What happened here? Where is everyone?
For a while, the famulus seems to be playing with the idea of being stubborn. Bowendahl pushes a little harder on the end of the crow's beak, and the tip penetrates the skin. Blood seeps out.
They're gone. Dead.
A school full of magi destroyed without any signs of struggle? Lies.
The facts seem stacked against it, but you cling on to this faint hope.
Lot Yonan's famuli were already in Parista. There were only novices left. We made easy work of them. The Elfar, Syntharas, he insisted on being part of the raid after he found out that you grew up here. He opened the gates and killed most of those here before they even knew what was happening.
In your mind's eye, you see a pale face appearing from the darkness. You saw what Elfar are capable of in Greenglade. You push the thought to the back of your mind and try to keep a clear head.
Lot Yonan, where is he?
Nodon killed him. He killed all of them in Parista. There's no one left in Girdlegard who can take on the last Magus.
You're saying that someone took on all 6 of the Magi at once and defeated them? Ridiculous.
5 Magi.
Да.
My master Nudin is Nodon the Doublefold, the Lord of the Perished Land and soon to be Lord of Girdlegard. He killed the masters, and the apprentices followed soon after. They're all gone, and he changed the magic field so that only we can use them.
An icy hand grabs your heart. It's impossible that there's only a single Magus left, and he's not fighting against, but for the Perished Land.
I've had enough of your lies. They're alive. Lot Yonan escaped and has gathered his apprentices, Frala, and the others around him to fight against Nodon. We just have to find them.
The war was over before you even noticed it had begun. Nodon cannot be stopped. He is on his way here and will just...
Blah, blah. We will leave immediately. This news is of great importance to the Council of Dwarves.
I'm not going anywhere. I have to find my friends and I...
Orcs! Lots of them!
Отлично. У меня ничего нет, ни хилок, ни вообще ничего. Это просто победа.
Huh? What is it?
Ow! Another one bites the dust.
At once.
Yes?
Так, хорошо.
Who's next?
End it.
Когда он врезается об стену, ничего хорошего не происходит.
What is it?
Yes. Fabracus.
Ой.
And what now?
Что меня тут напинали. Надо отсюда сваливать.
Come here, you.
Huh? Pillars! We could knock some of them down and bury those runts.
Отлично. Сбить колонны? Вообще отличная идея.
Come here, you. I'm with you. Yes, yes. I'm with you.
Походу это надолго.
Yes.
Yes?
He hardly put up a fight. With pleasure. He cheated.
Huh? Oh, bad luck for you! Say goodbye forever! Oh, bad luck for you!
А, все, я понял. Все, я понял.
Luck for you! Yes? What is it? Huh? What is it? Killed. Huh? Too easy.
Come here, you. I'm with you. Ha ha. Yes, yes. He hardly put up a fight.
То есть, подождите. Да, ну это можно делать, но нужно... Я понял, нужно стоять дальше. Понятно. Окей. Нужно в обратную сторону их рушить.
Yes?
Успех.
For you. Say goodbye forever. With pleasure. Say goodbye forever. Yes? And what now? Huh?
He hardly put up a fight.
Another one bites the dust. Too easy. Yes? Oh, what bad luck for you! And again. I didn't hit you very hard. Too easy. Yes, yes. What is it?
Так, это вот так. А это вот так.
Yes? What is it? I didn't hit you very hard. Huzzah! Ow! Another one bites the dust.
He hardly put up a fight.
Понял?
Huh? Huh?
Ты тогда откинь вот это все.
On my way. As good as done. All right. Oh, what bad luck for you!
Вау. Это надолго, судя по всему.
Yes?
As good as done. Oh, yes. On my way. What is it? Huh? Pow! That's the dust.
Understood. End it. On my way.
Yes?
What is it?
Of course! Pillars! We... Vile creature! Huh?
Так.
Who's next? And again. What is it? Vile creature. Yes? Say goodbye forever. What is it?
Если я встаю в проход, то они начинают friendly fire себя же.
And what now?
They're hitting me pretty hard. Too easy.
He hardly put up a fight.
I just need
Понятно. То есть, если любой из них гибнет, соответственно, то все. Угу. Это ГГ. Ну давайте еще пару траев. Надо прорываться наоборот. А. Может наоборот. Ау, я понял. Вау.
What is it? As good as done. Say goodbye forever. With pleasure. As good as done. And again. Say goodbye forever. Others will take my place.
Вау. Я понял. А это, конечно, слишком весело. Так. Блин, если я сразу уронил колонну. Отлично. Окей. Я понял. Так, нужен вот этот чувак. Ты пинай колонну.
Yes, I'm with you. What is it? Come here, you. Another one bites the dust. Huzzah!
Вали оттуда.
Of course. Yes, yes. Come here, you. What is it?
Uh-huh.
I didn't hit you very hard. Another one bites the dust. Yes, yes.
Отлично.
Of course. I'm with you.
Куда? Откуда они бегут? Ничего себе. Чё это они оттуда бегут?
I didn't hit you very hard. Come here, you. The dust.
Uh-huh.
I didn't hit you very hard. Huh? All right.
Yes.
Pow! Another one bites the dust.
On my way.
Huh?
Да. Культурно в парке в очередь стоят.
He hardly put up a fight. Of course. I didn't hit you very hard. Yes, yes. Too easy.
В целом я следую совету Бриштрола встать в проход.
Another one bites the dust. And what now? He hardly put up a fight. Yes, yes, yes. I need help over here.
Ой.
Quickly.
Что-то меня тут выносят. Блин, а если в стену врезаешься, то ты становишься сбитым с ног. Это логично. Интересно, я не вылечу? Отлично. Так, вот камера. Окей.
End it. Yeah. Attack. Yes. And again. Huh?
Uh-huh.
There are too many of them.
The side door in the workshop. It's our only chance.
Отлично, блин.
Say goodbye forever. And what now? Put up a fight.
Да, хорошо, что я эту штуку взял.
At once.
What is it?
Huh?
Huh? Yes?
They're hitting me pretty hard!
As good as done. What is it?
Yes? Understood.
Хорошо.
At
Ты
once.
иди сюда.
What is it? Huh? What is it? All right. I have
As good as done. Give me a hand.
Pavrakis!
Huh?
Так, прыгай сюда.
Huh?
He hardly put up a fight.
Yes?
Of course.
И что дальше? Вот, сделано, да.
What is it? He cheated.
Походу, это был баг. Я довел их до бокового прохода, но ничего не получилось. Ну ладно. Я стримлю уже почти 2 часа. Я думаю, что хватит. Вот. Продолжим в следующий раз. Ориентировочно, я думаю, завтра. Вы храбро дошли до прохода, но этого оказалось мало. Да, ориентировочно завтра, либо на следующих выходных. В целом, багов много. Мне кажется, в этом основная проблема игры, почему она так незамеченно прошла. Не, я стримил 2 часа первый раз и 2 часа второй раз. То есть, вот, как-то так у меня получается. То есть, почти 4 часа в сумме. Но это ни на что не влияет, у меня 10 зрителей на канале. Вот. А продолжим, я думаю, завтра или на следующих выходных. Так что вот так вот. Как-то так.